Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We are starting out today's video with a clothing haul, and then I'm also taking out stored winter clothes that are going to be used for this winter for our daughter. So I desperately needed to do winter clothes shopping. I will show you everything that is in this bucket. There are quite a few sweaters, I think, in here. And what I should have done was I should have got this out to see exactly what I had, because I think about a month ago or so, maybe 2 months ago, I went through the storage closet and I went through this and got rid of all the clothes that were grown out of already. So I donated all of those. So I kind of had an idea that there were a few things in here, but I didn't remember exactly what there was. And I was just kind of guessing from my memory when we were at the store. I should have looked in here before we went to the store. I didn't, but I saved the receipt. So just in case there was anything that I wanted to return, I could after going through this bin and after looking at some stuff. Like, I'm going to be returning this. I will tell you about that when I get there. But yeah, I should have looked and done that stuff before we went. But I don't know. He was getting a little bit fussy in the carrier, and he's normally not fussy in the carrier. He'll usually sit in there for quite a while and be super content and even nap in it. So that just wasn't the case this time, which is okay. We went kind of earlier in the morning, so maybe that is why. So I did not have as much time to really look at things as I was hoping I would, which is okay. Like I said, I saved the receipt, so I will be able to just return stuff and actually make a list and see what I need. Sorry, my air just kicked on, so you might hear that in the background. But I went to 2 stores so far. I went to Marshall's yesterday, and I went to Walmart today. So you'll see I got a few things from each place. Those are your gloves, yeah. I had a budget of $150, and I spent, between the 2 stores so far, I spent $110. But like I said, there's going to be a few things that I am going to be returning, so I'm going to have a little bit more. But some of it I already know, like that I know I'm going to be just buying another set of hats. So anyways, technically, I spent 110 so far, and I have 40 left, but there's something I'm returning in here I'll show you, so I'll have a little more money to put back into more clothes. I will tell you the prices of everything as I'm going through it. I guess I'm going to start right over here. Oh, let me also just say, I have an idea of how much clothes we go through because I do laundry every couple days, so I really try not to I like to stick with a budget, go in shopping with a budget, and not get like an excess of things, not get a ton of things. I really try to stay with just the things I know that we are going to use, and I'd rather not have clothes just sit there and not get worn. So that is why it might look like we don't have a lot of stuff. Like I said, I still have about $40, and I'm going to get a few more things. I'm also going to the thrift store tomorrow and Home Depot. I want to get a couple plants. I might get some herb plants, but anyways, you'll see that in this video next after this haul. But I want to go to the thrift store and I want to get a few things. I'm not sure if I'm going to get clothes there, so that might not be clothes, but I want to find some like cute homesteading things. I want to make this, we live in an apartment, and I really am trying to be more of a homemaker and making things homemade, and I just want it to have a little more of that vibe in here because it really doesn't. So I just want to try and find some like vintage antique pieces that I will use around here, and I don't know, I just feel like I want that. So we're gonna go see what we can find at the thrift store. There is a couple more things I know I need. I need to find a jacket for him. She's got a big jacket already, just in case it's really cold, but I do need to get one for him. Yes, honey. Okay, let me just show you this really quick. So when I shop for clothes, awesome. When I shop for clothes, I don't necessarily go by the size of the clothing and what the size says. So these are 18 months. So I don't really pay it, like I do pay attention to that and I look around that size, but I also look to see how big the shirts are. Like I hold them up and I hold the pants up and I see how big that they are, because things run small, some things run big. And this is just an example right here. This is 18 months and this shirt right under it is also 18 months. It's the same brand, but you can see this one is significantly smaller than this one under it. So you can see same Walmart brand, 18 months. So I just found that to be interesting. When I laid them out just now, I was like, oh, I didn't notice that at the store, but that's why I like to hold them up and see how big they are, because things might be the same size, but they run big or they run small, even if they're the same brand too. I don't know. I can't tell you why, but that's just something. And see the sleeves too. This one's a little thinner and it's not as long as this one. Okay, so let me finally show you what we got. So sweaters, I got, this is from Walmart. These were $5 each. I got 18 months because he is in 12-month clothing right now. He actually, they're a little bit big on him. 12-month clothing is a little bit big on him, but he is rapidly growing. So I wanted to make sure to get some bigger ones, so that he'll have some that he fits into later in the winter time when it's really cold, and he'll have some sweaters that fit. So I got this super cute little dinosaur sweater, and then I got this little bear sweater that's super cute. They had matching, I'll show you when I get to the pants, but they had matching pants for both of these. I got the matching pants for this one, and I was going to do the matching pants for this, but I decided to get just a color that matched. It's a color that matches this bear right here. I decided to get those color pants so that they match other shirts as well. So I got this cute bear one as well. And then, like I said, those were $5. This was from Marshall's. This was a great deal. This is 4 long sleeve onesies. I think, what size was this? 12 months. You know, thinking about it, I should have gotten this 18 months. But when I was at the store, it was kind of the same situation as today. We had actually been in that store for a little while, and he was starting to get a little bit fussy. Right at the tail end of when we were kind of finishing up, and I was looking through the last of the clothes, and I saw this, and I just thought I would get it. But these aren't very thick, so I think they will be good for the beginning of winter when it's not super cold yet. We're also in Arizona, and it doesn't get extremely cold, but I'm hoping that he's able to wear these for at least the next couple of months, because these tend to be a little bit, he grows out of these quickly. But the sweaters, he fits in a little bit longer because they tend to be bigger. I don't know. Even the 12 months, not just the 18 months. This was $9 for the 4 of these. So like I said, that was a great deal. And these are the designs, super cute little camping designs. And this is the back, Napping Champ. And then the last thing I got at Marshall's, I only got 2 things at Marshall's for him. Actually 3, that too. But the last set was this. It was $8, as you can see. And this is just a matching set, sweatpants. And I think this one is 12 months. Yeah, this one's 12 months. I wanted to get a variety of 12 months and some 18 months. So he had some for the entire winter. And if we end up needing to get more clothes, then it's not a big deal. Then we will go back and get a few more pieces. That's why I don't like to spend a bunch of money, especially on his clothes. I don't like to spend a bunch of money on like one size and get a bunch of things in one size, because he's growing so fast that I don't know when he's gonna be out of it. So I don't want to waste the money. And I want to be able to go back and get the bigger size. And so, anyways, yeah. So he's for reference, he is 6 months right now, and he is in 12-month clothing. So he is rapidly growing. The last thing I got for him was this thing of socks. This was on clearance for $4.50, and it's not even open or anything, so I don't know why it was on clearance. But this is just some extra socks for him, and these are super soft. He doesn't wear shoes or anything. I don't usually put my babies in shoes until they start walking. He is not going, he's actually almost starting to crawl, but I don't think he is going to be in shoes just yet. He's also got a couple pairs that are a little bit bigger than what he is right now, but he will fit in them by the time he needs to wear them. So, got some socks for him. Pants, I got a couple of the 18-month size in these two colors. I kind of try to get colors that will match other pieces of shirts, like I already said. Like, I know these match, but I wanted to get some that will match kind of anything. But sometimes I do like to get sets. Like this one was super cute. This dinosaur set was super cute. So I got the dinosaur set, and then this was the pair of pants that I got. I put back, let me see. I put back the matching bear pants, and I got this set of pants because it matches the color on the bear shirt here, but I can still put this with other shirts. And I could put, if I got the bear ones, I could put that with other shirts, but it would just, I have more options with just a solid color. So that's my thinking, if you were wondering. But that is my thinking and my process when I go into clothing shopping. It wasn't always like that, but as we tried, I used to always like to get like sets and all the cute things, but as we are now just trying to be a little more frugal and not buy as many things and waste less and, you know, just be better about spending our money and stewarding our money and the things that we have. This is what I'm doing now, and I actually love it. I have a lot of fun doing it. This hat, okay, this is something that I am going to be returning. I did get this. This was $8.50. This is such a cute little hat. It's soft. It comes with the little mittens, which I wanted the hat and the mittens for him. But I will be returning this. I had seen some on Amazon before, and I didn't remember the price, but I knew it wasn't super expensive, and you could get like a 3-pack for $10 to $15. I had remembered that, but like I said, when I was at the store, I was running out of time, so I just picked this up just in case. And I was like, I'll look on Amazon later, and if I decide to return it, I'll return it and get the ones on Amazon if it's a better deal. Well, I just looked on Amazon, and it's definitely a better deal. I can get 3 of these for $10. And then I can also get some mittens. I've seen sets on there as well with the mittens and the hats for like $12 to $15. So I am going to end up getting one of those. So then there's several things of hats instead of one of each. It's just way more cost effective that way. And it makes the most sense. So I am going to put that over there. I'm going to return that and get that from Amazon. Okay, for our daughter, I am going to start with Walmart. I got this. This I did get a matching set of. This is super cute. These pants, heart pants, and then this super cute little shirt with all the hearts. It's so adorable. So I got this little set for her. And these are thin. So,
For me?
yeah.
I'm talking about this.
No, I'm talking about your clothes. So I like to get some of these like thinner sets that aren't as warm for the beginning of winter when it's not as cold. And then when we're deep into winter, I like to get these really thick sweatshirts and sweatpant type sets and clothes. So I got one of these. I did originally I had another set in the cart, and then when we went to check out, I remembered that I had gotten a couple of these from Marshall's, so I put one of them back because I remembered I had some of the thinner ones, which you'll see in a second. But this right here this is a thick sweatshirt. This was $5. Oh, these were $3.98 each. That was $3.98 and the pants were $3.98. This was $4.98, but I am going to be returning this as well because I'm going to show you everything in there, but she has a lot of thick sweatshirts in there. Before I return it though, I'm going to have her try the stuff on the sweatshirts in there to make sure that they still fit and that they're a little big so it'll last until winter. But this might be something I'm returning as well, and then I'll be able to get her another set of pants because looking in there, she's got a lot of sweaters, but she doesn't have a lot of pants. So I need to get her more sweatpants. So I'm going to put that over there for now. That might be a return. And then I got this from Marshalls. This was $10 for this adorable set. So when I'm looking at sets like this at Marshalls, for the full set, I see it's $10. But if I were to go to Walmart, I know that I usually go to the section that is like the individual pants like this and shirts, and they are usually $4 to $5 for each one. So if I'm spending $8 to $10 on this set, that's kind of how I do my shopping for other sets like at Marshalls or places like that, is I kind of compare, and it's a good deal for me to get these sets. So that's why I got this one, and I'll show you the other one was a really good deal too. So this is such a cute set. It's really soft. I love this. It's so cute. The florals and I love these like flared pants. I think they're so cute. So that is one of the sets. And then this other set was a really good deal. This was $10, and it comes with 2 shirts, and it comes with these legging pants. These are kind of thin, but like I said, it will be for the beginning of winter, and then she has the thicker sweatshirts for deeper winter. But this is nice and soft. It's kind of like a stretchy material too, but this one is just as kind. And then this one is a really pretty kind of a dressier shirt. This one's beautiful too. I love floral, if you can't tell. And so that is what we got from Marshalls. So I am going to put this stuff away, and then I'm going to go and pull all that out, and I'll show you what we have. And before I forget to show you, this is clothes and shoes, all in very good condition, that the kids have grown out of. I mean, this whole bag is full of clothes from the both of them. And then this is just like some stuffed animals and some books that are in good condition, animals in good condition. And then I'm also going to put a few toys in here. Like I know that one we are going to part with. And there's some other toys. I'm going to go through her room, and we're going to declutter her room because she's gotten some new toys recently. So we're going to go through and see which ones she would like to part with this time. You can see they have plenty of shoes. He's got that pair right there, and then he's got that pair also. They're too big, but when he starts to get into shoes, he should fit in those. And she's got plenty of shoes. So they are good on shoes. That's why I don't have any in the haul. But these are, I'm going to take them to Once Upon a Child sometime this week. And I'm going to see what they are able to give me for that. Sometimes you can take your clothes in there if it's in good condition, and they will buy it. So I'm going to see if they will take that stuff and what I can get for that. And I will keep you updated if I'm able to get that done before this video comes out. But I wanted to show you all of that stuff we are getting rid of. Okay, this is the stack. She's got quite a bit in here, actually, more than I remembered. This is all from the bin. This is 4T, so that's definitely way too big. And then that blue jacket is way too big. It's 4T as well, so that's staying in the bin. But this jacket, I put this on her when I'm going to put it on her again just to make sure. But this, as long as this fits, we're going to reuse this for this year for her big. We like to have one big winter jacket just in case it's very cold for them. So that's that. We have that already if that fits, but we do need to get one for him. She's got 2 pairs of these gloves, and they fit her. She was playing with the other one, so there's only one here. And she also already has a big hat, thick beanie hat like that. So she's got quite a few pairs of pants. They are matching sets for some of the shirts in here, but I'll just show you what they look like. And these are all like thin pants, so I still definitely need to get her some thick sweatpants. But she's got plenty of the thin ones. These are the designs. This one is more of a like thicker sweatpant material, but I definitely need to get more of those. All right, I gotta try to hurry. I'm getting some fussy babies, but she's got a dress right here. She's not gonna have a lot of dresses, but that's okay because it's winter and it's not really like dress time. You can wear them with leggings, but I just don't. Just knowing the last couple of winters, I never really put her in dresses. So one dress, she's got this little cute dress. This is more of like a cute, like if we have a cute, nice event to go to, it's a nice outfit for that. And then this is a cute little dressy shirt. This is a nice sweater. Now this all says 2T, but I think it'll still fit her because all this stuff ran pretty big actually. So I think it's all still going to fit, but I am going to make sure. Now this sweatshirt, it has a hole right here. You can see that hole right there in the arm, but I am not going to get rid of it because it's in perfectly good condition besides that. So what I can do, what I can do is I can try and sew it back together myself, which I might do that. I've actually never done that before, but I want to learn how to do it. So this might be my chance to learn right here. But I'm also, even if I don't, I'm still not going to get rid of it. This is something that when we go outside, if we're just at home and we're going to go outside to play, she can just put this on and it'll just be something that we wear at home. There's no sense. It's like stuff like this, just because it has a hole doesn't mean it cannot be used. And a lot of people would get rid of it just for that reason. And I think it's so silly and wasteful, but that's just us personally. And then she's got this super cute one. This is kind of a thicker sweater. And then these are a little bit thinner of sweaters, but they go with some of the matching pants. So this one right here goes with these matching pants. That's cute. And then this one goes with these cheetah print ones right here with the sunflowers. This is a thicker sweater. She got this for her second birthday actually. So I'm hoping she still fits in it. This is, I know she'll fit in this because this is 3T, which is the size she needs to be getting now. So I remember last year we got this a little bigger for her so that she could fit in it this year. So I know this one will fit. And then this one I know will definitely fit too. This is a little bit thinner of a jacket. This one is a little bit thicker, like a thicker sweater. So I think she's definitely, as long as this stuff fits, she just needs pants, some more like thick sweater pants, and then she's done. So anyways, this is the haul. This is everything. So next thing I need to do is I need to get all of this washed and get it hanging up in the closet. I got all the clothes down to add to the stuff we're going to be trying to take to Once Upon a Child, and this is what we have left, these few pieces for the rest of summer, because it is still warm enough. Some days are warm enough that we wear t-shirts and shorts, and then I need to put up I need to put up all the winter stuff that I just washed. That's all right here. And then this is all of his things that we have for the rest of summer. And we're going to go ahead right now. This is both their pile. We are going to hang up all of their winter stuff.
I just want to speak the name of Jesus over fear and all anxiety, to every soul held captive by depression. I speak Jesus.
Okay, so I showed you guys these bags. I also added a bunch of toys to this. This was one of them. They did not take it, but all the other toys that we brought besides some stuffed animals and 2 books, they took all of those toys, and they took some clothes. They took a pair of shoes. We were going to take it. I don't know if I mentioned, I was going to take all this stuff to Kid to Kid. And I was going to take it to Once Upon a Child, but I ended up taking it to Kid. It was much closer, and actually going into that store, I like that store better than Once Upon a Child. So this is what is left over that they did not take. So I'm going to see if I can, I'm surprised they didn't take as much clothes, but they did have a ton of clothes. So I guess they probably just took the ones, the sizes that they needed. So I will show you, because there's so much stuff left over, I'm going to see, it's all in really good condition. Okay, you can fix those. Thank you. I'm going to see if I can sell this like as a lot on Facebook Marketplace for pretty cheap. Not sure yet, but very cheap. So we can just kind of move it along. I don't think I was able to show you because it was already in here, but there were several books. They took most of the books except for 2. There was probably like 10 books. And then stuffed animals. They didn't take any stuffed animals, I don't think. All the clothes were in here, but those are laid out now. And then I have her clothes right over here, if it'll focus, right there, that I need to set out after this because they didn't take, I think they maybe took one of her things, but it doesn't look like they really took anything. And then I've got a couple things there, some socks, and then these shoes. And the bib. Yep, we got the bib there. So I'm going to show you. For the stuff that they did take, I got $27, which I thought was pretty good because when I've taken clothes to, like, my clothes, when I've taken them to those, like, clothing exchange places, they really don't give you, like, they don't give you a good amount of money for your stuff. But I thought for what they took, $27 was really good. I did not expect to get that much. But I'm going to quickly show you before kids get into it. So this is just a towel that both of them have outgrown. So I'm going to add that in. And then we got a bathing suit. That is an outfit he never even wore. Some shirts. These are rompers. And most of this I think is 6 to 9 months. Have some sleepers right there that they did not take. And then this is just like a couple random hats. That goes with one of the sleepers over here somewhere. It's up there. And then that's from the hospital. We never used it. Just a little bib that was tiny. It actually goes with that. These socks are newborn socks. We never even used one pair of those. And then these we never even used because he just never cared for a pacifier and still doesn't. So we don't need those at all. So I'm going to see if I can sell this as a lot. Okay, so I've got all the clothes, her clothes laid out now. And I think what I'm going to do, today's actually the next day. I didn't get to this last night, got too busy, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if my sister wants this stuff. She has a little one that is a little bit younger than Lily, so she might be in this size this coming summer. I texted her to see if she wants this stuff. If she doesn't, I don't know if I'm going to try and sell this because it's such a little amount. It's kind of like, might as well just give this away. And so I might just, and if she doesn't want it, I may just post it in the free group I'm in or probably one of the mom groups that I'm in and just see who wants it. But all this stuff is in good condition. I think, yeah, those shoes have never been worn. And then these have only been worn a couple times, but I also wash them so they look new. They're so cute though. Look how cute they are. But she just doesn't wear them. And she's growing out of them. So I usually, when things don't get worn or used for a while, and, you know, if she just doesn't have interest in them, then I don't hold on to them. I try to give them to somebody else so they have a chance to wear them, because I feel like it's just wasteful when someone else could be using them. She has another pair of slippers that she likes to wear more than those. So anyways, the boy clothes that I just showed you, I'm actually going to give those away. I was going to try to sell them on Facebook Marketplace for cheap, but I think I am going to, well, not think, I am going to give them to someone that lives around us. We go to the playground right by us pretty much every day. Usually right before dinner or after dinner, depends on what time, and we're outside playing at the playground for at least an hour. I actually like to do it right before we go to bed, like right before, after dinner, because I've been starting to do dinner earlier now so that we can go to the playground for about an hour. And then when it starts to get dark, it starts to get dark around 6, a little before 6:30, which is perfect because once it starts getting dark, we come home and then I do bath time and I do bedtime, and it works out really well. They get the fresh air. It helps them settle down and go to sleep and relax, and so does the bath. So sometimes we do some books right after bath before bed. So that has been working out really nicely. Anyways, all that to say, there is a little boy that she plays with that is her age. She plays with him at the playground almost every day. They're usually there around the same time. And so his mom is pregnant, and I've talked to her a few times, and yesterday I talked to her when we were at the playground, and she is having a boy. So, you know, I asked her if she needs anything, and she said that she still is working on getting things. She hasn't really started. She's due the end of December. So I told her that I would give her all of that stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and give her all of those clothes and everything that you just saw laid out here right before. And then I'm also going to give her this, since that place didn't take it. I'm going to give her this little food cart for her son to play with. And it's got all the, it's not just this cart, it's got all the food in here. I just put it in there so it doesn't get all lost. But I'm going to give him that, them that, and then I'm going to give them all the clothes, and then I'm going to give my sister this. And I'm going to see if she wants some of the stuffed animals in here, if I can open it up. And I'm going to see if she wants some of those. I might see if that little boy wants something like this big bluey. That's really fun. So I'm going to see if she wants any of that. So, oh, I also wanted to show you, because I think I did mention that I was going to go to the nursery, plant nursery, and get an aloe vera plant. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I did mention I was going to go do that chore. But I did get one. It's right there. I didn't know aloe vera plants were so expensive. It was $25 for this, but I am very glad that we have this. It's very good for scrapes and cuts and injuries, stuff like that. So if you didn't know that, you should get an aloe vera plant. But I think that is going to be all for today's video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.